Today is the first day that I am going to be trying this new foundation from Maybelline. It is the Dream Urban Cover. It says it's a full coverage, protective makeup, broad spectrum SPF 50 coverage. And what their website says is that it is a flawless coverage protective makeup. Lightweight foundation, has broad spectrum SPF 50, is enriched with antioxidants to protect against pollution. And it says that you can blend it with fingertips, a beauty sponge, or a makeup brush. Now the sunscreen that's in here are all chemical sunscreens. And since this is the first day, I've done my morning routine including sunscreen because I'm not going to rely on any makeup for my sunscreen protection. And I've no primer today. And it's a squeeze tube, which is not quite as nice as a pump, but still nice that you don't get too much stuff back in there. So let's give it a generous drop. And we'll try fingers. Looks like maybe I went a little light with the color. This would probably be a good winter color for me. This is shade 120 Classic Ivory. And it seems to be going on all right. It does give nice coverage. Now this could be because I have no primer on. I am feeling like it is already settling into pores and texture, which is not something most of us look for in a foundation. But let me do as best I can with fingertips and no primer. And yes, I'm assuming you can see that really settling into pores. Oh yeah, look up here. You can see the polka dots. Oh, that is not fun. That is not a good way to start. But it is what it is. I think I will go grab a beauty blender and see if we can't salvage day one with no primer. Back with a damp beauty blender, and let's just try working it into my skin a little bit more, see if that helps take care of some of the lines and pores. Let me just look in here close. Well, that is helping. It doesn't look as atrocious as it did before. And I will say with what I applied, I would give it medium to full coverage. I could certainly try to build it a little bit more. I'm not going to do a second coat all over my face. I will take a little bit on the beauty blender and get where I know my foundation wears off, which is my nose and my chin. I am going to go finish my makeup and then I'll check back in with you so you can see how it looks before I start my day. Here's what it looks like with a full face of makeup. I set it using the Lancome Long Time No Shine. And then I used my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray and used the It Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder in Translucent for my finishing powder. These three things are all my holy grail. I know how they perform, so they're not a wild card in this test. And I will say, now that I've got all my makeup on, that you know, it doesn't look too bad. I am seeing my lines and as we mentioned before, the pores and the wrinkles, but you know, without a primer, we'll see how it wears today, and then I'll be really curious to see how it is with a primer tomorrow. I'll check in with you later. Here we are 10 hours after I applied this foundation this morning, and I've gotten a little shiny around my nose. I have not retouched anything, no powdering, no anything. It's worn off my chin, but I do tend to touch my chin a lot during the day, so that's not really uncommon. The way it's settling into the lines around my eyes, I really, really don't like. So, but you know, my cheeks and my forehead, I would say, have worn pretty well. So I'll be really curious tomorrow to try this foundation with a primer. One thing that I should have said earlier is that this comes in 16 shades. See you tomorrow. Today we are going to try priming before applying the new Maybelline Dream Urban Cover foundation. And what I have today is the Tatcha Silk Primer. This is a putty type primer. If I didn't mention yesterday, this foundation retails for $10.99. I picked it up at Target. I know you can get it at Walmart and probably any place that they sell Maybelline. If you're wondering about my eyelids, I used a new primer this morning for eyeshadow. This is the Anastasia eye primer. It was my first time using it. It is quite thick and opaque, so while this is not a video on that, I'll probably let you know what I think about it when I check in with you later on today. So I'm really making sure that I am pressing this primer into those problem areas for yesterday. My pores and my lines around my mouth and on my forehead. And I will say, I don't have big pore problems. It kind of takes a lot for something to emphasize my pores. So I feel like that is well primed. Today I have a damp beauty blender for applying this, and I am hopeful for better initial results. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. You can see it's a fairly liquidy foundation. All right, it does seem to be going on better with the beauty blender. I felt like there was a fair amount of tugging yesterday when I was applying it with my fingers. And of course, the beauty blender is soaking up a lot of product, so it will take a lot more product than it did yesterday. But that is laying down nice coverage. I think you can, it says that it's a full coverage foundation. I don't doubt that you can get full coverage out of it. If you use a light hand and pounce it out a lot, you can also just get medium coverage out of this, which is what I prefer. And I will say, even yesterday, I felt like, this kind of gave a powder finish. This definitely looks, I feel it looks like makeup on my skin. It doesn't look like my skin. But having said that, it feels good. So I think we'll just do a little bit more my problem areas. I'm going to try really hard not to touch my chin today. So chin and nose. Well, so as compared to yesterday with no primer and with finger application, this is not making polka dots in my pores. I also don't feel like it's emphasizing my pores quite as much as yesterday, but it's also not doing them any favors. I'm gonna go put on my makeup for the day and I'll check back in with you. And here is my look for today. I used the same products as yesterday in terms of Lancome Long Time No Shine setting powder, the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and finishing powder of its Bye Bye Pores pressed powder. I have a crazy day. I am running all day, so we will see tonight how this holds up. See you later. This probably isn't even fair. It has been 15 hours since I put this foundation on, and with the exception of right in here, you know, it's still there, which is really saying something. I will say though, you know, I feel like the texture is really accented and my lines and wrinkles, but like I said, really 15 hours for a drugstore foundation today wasn't really a fair challenge, so we're going to try it again tomorrow. Today I am using the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. For a lot of people, this is their Holy Grail primer. I am still on the quest for my Holy Grail primer, but this is one that I do like and respect. And today we are using the Super Sponge to apply it. Like I got a mouse in my pocket. Sorry, I am using the Super Sponge to apply it. This sponge is coated on the outside with a thin layer of latex, and it doesn't absorb product. So whereas yesterday I had to do a few of those with the Beauty Blender to get coverage, I think you're going to see today that might just do my whole face. So I pick some up and use it just like a regular Beauty Blender. I mean, look at that. Look how much product is already going down on my face. I really love this product, and I got an early version of it just at their website, supersponge.com. I'm 99% sure is the website. I'll link it down below. It's a really phenomenal product. So look at that. Look at that. Really great. I'm going to call this medium coverage. It says it's a full coverage foundation. I'm going to say it's more medium, but I can see where you could definitely build it to full. So, and yesterday, so not fair to go 15 hours before a check-in. It was a crazy day. I started in the morning after I filmed going to the dentist, where of course I got water sprayed all over my face, and then was running around taking my daughter to all kinds of classes and appointments and getting her driver's license. So now she's got it. We have to go to the Department of Licensing today to get it, but I've got another licensed driver in the family, and I am so looking forward to that. All right, so look at that. Still a teeny bit left on my hand, but boom, full face, done. And quite nicely, I might add. So let me just pick up that last little bit, extra little attention to my nose and my chin. because that's where it always wears off. And let me just lean in real close and check my mirror here, because I'm okay. Still seeing a little bit more of my pores here than I'm used to, and the lines, but not as bad, not as bad. So if we're seeing any difference, it's due to the primer. As usual, I'll go finish up and check back in with you. So today is a little more reasonable with a 9-hour check-in. And when I take a look, all right, so even with the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer today, I'm not feeling the love here with my pores, with my lines and wrinkles, but I will say that it's wearing really well. So if you have fabulous skin, perhaps you're younger, I think it would be really good. But for those of us with textures, pores, wrinkles, effects of gravity on our skin, maybe this is not the best foundation. I was going to give it one more day, but I don't know about that. I did take pictures with it under natural light, because we did get a sun break today, and also with flash, and under our kitchen lights, which are LED. My bottom line on this foundation, like I just said, it wears great, and maybe if you've got fewer issues with your skin, it's going to be a fabulous foundation at a great price point. Like I said, I believe MSRP on this is $10.99 or $10.49, and Target just had it on sale for $8.99. I do like that you get SPF with it, that you should not be relying on it for your SPF coverage, but that you do get some protection from it, helps protect from pollution. 16 shades, not too bad for a drugstore brand, but I have normal to dry skin. Can't say how it would be for people with combo or oily skin, but my guess is it'd be pretty good just from how it feels on my face. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, you can let me know by giving it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please do. I'm trying very hard to hit 100 subscribers, and I'm planning maybe a giveaway when I do to celebrate that. Anyway, I hope you have a really fabulous day.